Greetings all on this Sunday, the day of the sun, and the herb I've got in front of me. In Hindi it's called Tejpata, which means pungent leaf. In English it's called bay or bay leaf or bay tree. Its botanical name is Laurel nobillis, and it's an aromatic heating, drying herb of the sun. And Sunday is the day that it is picked and prepared. And here we have a huge specimen of it with really thick, stick-like branches of this tree. So bay leaves are a culinary and medicinal herb that are used all over the world in hot countries, and also very popular in Europe for cooking. And it's also used in Africa, and I think it's called Effinrin in Yoruba, Daphne in Greek, Laurel in German, Waraqgar in Arabic. It's an evergreen deciduous tree. It's bisexual. It has shiny leaves, very thick leaves, and it's aromatic. And the plant can also be used as a herb for smoke, and it can be burned to cleanse spaces. It's as I said, it's a herb of the sun, and people may think, why am I going on about astrology all the time? But the reason I talk about the astrology of herbs, because it's something that's often left out in Western herbal medicine, and we often don't understand the language of Ayurveda or the language of traditional Chinese medicine or Tibetan medicine. And it's just a way of actually understanding the energetic properties of a plant, the directions, the qualities of how they work on different conditions, and also so you can learn the quality of a condition. So if you can even hear my voice now, it's like my voice is gone and it's very soft. That is actually an energetic quality of something that is deficient. When you hear about deficiencies, and there's a kind of weakness there. So Laurel Bay is some of its properties I'm going to go through, but it's anticholinergic, so that means it interacts with blocking acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter. It raises the temperature in a fever, which is very typical of a sun heating herb, and so it helps to break a fever, and that's called diaphoretic. In high doses it's emetic, and quite a lot of the sun herbs are emetic because they expand, they're very yang, they expand and move outwards the energy of the body. It's an emmenagogue, which again is another expansive downward motion. That means that it empties the uterus. It's also a carminative, it's warming to the digestion, so it can help when people are feeling sick due to cold things. It's an insecticide, it's slightly narcotic, which relates back to what I was saying, it's anticholinergic. It also is anti-diabetic, it's antimicrobial. In Chinese medicine, it enters the stomach, the lung meridians, and it soothes the stomach, it soothes the lungs, it disperses dampness, and it calms the energy called Shen. It's used for a bloated feeling and when you're feeling full, for a sore throat, and it's also been used for anxiety. When you're actually identifying the plant, it's really important to smell it. It's beautiful aromatic smells, and the essential oils in the plants are anticonvulsant, antiviral for COVID and for herpes simplex virus. And the dominant smells of the essential oils are called eugenol and elymycin, that have this kind of spicy smell. And it's really important to smell the bay tree to check that it's not a cherry laurel tree, which is actually a toxic lookalike. So it's also used as a remedy for the hair and the scalp, and it makes a fantastic shampoo, a hair rinse and a hair oil. It inhibits dandruff and mange in animals, fungal infections. It makes your hair shiny and may boost the growth of hair. It's often mixes with a nether sun herb, rosemary. Have you ever heard of Aleppo soap or gard? It's a castile soap made from olive oil and from the berries of bay and lye and laurel oil, and it's fully biodegradable and has been used since the times of Cleopatra in 70 BC. It's used as a cleanser, a shampoo, a face mask, a shaving cream. It's antifungal, antimicrobial, and it helps with dandruff. The radical herbalist Nicholas Culpeper said that it's a tree of the sun under the sign of Leo. It resists witchcraft, and in a lot of traditions it's used for protection and can be worn as protection, or the smoke is burned for protection. Culpeper said the berries are effective against bites. It aids to expel the afterbirth. The oils and distilled water are used for rheumatism. I really like making infused oil with rosemary to warm up cold joints, to stop stagnation in the joints. It helps with cold griefs of the joints, of nerves, the artery, the stomach and the womb. Culpeper said the oil takes away bruises and congealed blood. I'll just end here with the flowers, which are kind of yellow and smell divine and are a signature of the sun being yellow. And the flower remedy of this herb is used to inspire self-motivation and free thought for those who've been bullied or controlled in coercive relationships and no longer feel able to think for themselves. This is like a sort of freeing of your mind flower remedy. In Ayurveda, it's used to alleviate the kapha dosha. It increases pitta, which is like vitality and heat. It combines really well with black pepper, with cinnamon, with cardamom and cloves. So very, very kind of invigorating and warming. The powder is used for teeth whitening and to cleanse the gums. It's used for stuttering. It's used for asthma. It's used to improve the appetite. It's used for impotence, and it's used for asthma and periodontal disease. I'm just going to finish the video by answering a few questions. People have been asking me what's happened to my voice. A few of you may know that I'm on chemotherapy for metastatic breast cancer, and basically since my second chemo, I have it every week, my voice is gone. We can't see any reason why. My lungs are clear. We can't tell if it's an infection. We don't know why it's happening. I've been referred to a ENT, an ear, nose and throat specialist, and to be honest, I don't really know why my voice is gone. Hopefully it'll come back, but it's been like, a month now that my voice is funny. It's actually got better than it was, so I'm actually able to do videos, but it makes me sound, sorry, it's a siren. It makes me sound a lot frailer than I actually am, but it's also, it's affecting the way I communicate, which is a real pain. Alright, thanks, bye.